Welcome, travelers and adventure seekers, to our journey across the heart of South America, where we dive into the vibrant and diverse landscapes of Brazil. A country famed for its sizzling samba, breathtaking natural wonders, and colorful festivals. Today, we're embarking on an unforgettable tour of Brazil's top 7 cities, each boasting its own unique flair and reasons to visit. From the sprawling urban jungles to serene islands, historic gems, and the majestic Amazon, we've curated a list that will inspire your next travel destination. So, buckle up as we explore the bustling streets of Sao Paulo, the charming historic town of Olinda, the cultural vibrancy of Salvador, the spectacular Iguazu Falls, the iconic cityscapes of Rio de Janeiro, the gateway to the Amazon in Manaus, and the picturesque beaches of Santa Catarina Island. Whether you're a culture enthusiast, a nature lover, or just in search of your next adventure, Brazil's top cities have something for everyone. Let's get started and discover the wonders that await in the heart of Brazil. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Number 1. Santa Catarina Island. Throughout Brazil, the island is well known for its picturesque Mediterranean-style landscapes, picturesque fishing villages, and the bustling capital of the state of Minas Gerais. Santa Catarina's climate is subtropical, meaning it is rarely cold in the winter and is warm in the summer, with refreshing South Atlantic breezes. The vegetation is much gentler than elsewhere in the country. 2 suspension bridges connect the island to the mainland. The longest one is British-designed and has been closed to cyclists and pedestrians for many years, and frequent bus connections link the island to the rest of Brazil, as well as other parts of Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, and Santiago. In January and February, the island is especially popular with tourists from Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay, who are likely to spend much less than they would on a summer holiday at home. Despite having a diverse population, the northeast of Santa Catarina is mostly known for its German population, who dominate both the region's culture and economy. Joinville and Blumenau compete with one another to be the region's cultural center as well as its economic superpower. However, the interior small towns and villages, where traditional languages are still spoken, attract more tourists than either of the 2 capitals. Pomerode is one such village that actively promotes its German history and is located in a beautiful environment. Santa Catarina's west and central regions. Santa Catarina's hilly center and western regions were mostly cut off from the rest of the state until the 1970s road building initiative. Mostly inhabited by immigrants from other states, this region is home to people from a variety of backgrounds, such as Germans and Italians in the far west, Austrians, Italians, and Ukrainians in the center of Rio do Peaks Valley, and Gauchos, including Japanese, in the Serra Geral Highlands. Traditions and dialects have survived in the more remote places where a single ethnic group predominates, although like in other parts of southern Brazil, the Serra Geral may be reached in a variety of breathtaking ways, but the most striking variations in temperature, vegetation, and terrain can be seen while approaching the area straight from the shore. Roads have been dug into the steep escarpment from the subtropical lowlands, and as they gradually ascend into the Serra, dense greenery appears. This foliage is shielded from human devastation by its capacity to cling to even the steepest of slopes. You can see waterfalls in every way until the Planalto appears out of nowhere. Though they are fewer in number on the plateau, the beautiful Piranha pine trees are considerably bigger, with branches that fan upward in a concerted attempt to restore the canopy that existed before livestock and logging interests arrived. Number 2. Manaus and the Amazon. Manaus is the hottest and busiest river port city in the whole of the Amazon basin. Like the Peruvian city of Iquitos, Manaus boomed during the rubber boom in the mid to late 1800s. As European investors flocked to the city, so did its culture. From art to architecture to opera, the city became known as Paris of the Tropics. Paris of the Tropics might sound a bit pretentious today, but Manaus has lost none of its sophisticated European glamour. You can still catch glimpses of the city's colonial past, though. the Amazonas Opera House is still standing. If you're spending a few days in Manaus, you'll want to get out of the city for a while. Minda Municipal Park is just a few minutes drive from the city center, and you can also check out the Brazilian National Institute of Amazonian Research, which is just a taxi ride away. A bit further on the way is Ponta Negra, a cultural park and forest reserve. But for most people, Manaus isn't the main attraction. It's a base from which to explore the Amazon rainforest. 2 to 7 day jungle tours are a popular choice, with daily rates that fit most budgets. A certified tour operator and an experienced guide will guide you into the jungle, where you'll see parrots, macaws, and squirrel monkeys, as well as howler monkeys and alligators. You'll also see pink river dolphins and much more. Once you leave Manaus and make your way into the Amazon, the possibilities for adventure and sightseeing are endless. You can witness the famous meeting of the waters where the Rio Negro meets the Rio Salomão, or explore the narrow waterways, flooded forests, and indigenous communities of the Manacapura region. Or take a luxury river cruise and float down the mighty Amazon. Whatever you do, you will come back both amazed and inspired. Number 3, Sao Paulo. With gardens and trees strewn throughout the enormous skyscrapers, the nation's largest metropolis is a veritable concrete jungle with a decidedly international vibe. There are similarities between it and Rio, such as the lengthy stretch of beach and the lively lifestyle, but there are also significant differences, such as the densely populated skyscraper-filled metropolis and the overwhelming amount of arts and cultural institutions. The agricultural and economic center of the nation is the state of Sao Paulo, whose capital city offers a plethora of attractions for tourists. It's a good idea to start with the diverse array of museums, which feature anything from artifacts from Amazonian tribes to football and Portuguese language to Afro-Brazilian history. For artwork from as far back as El Greco or Monet to the present, art enthusiasts might visit the city's Museu de Arte and the Pina Luz. The greatest green space in the city, Ibirapura Park, is a great place to find an oasis close to the center. Alternatively, individuals who like the better things in life can stroll down the tree-lined Rua Oscar Freire, which is the most glamorous street in Sao Paulo and Brazil's equivalent of Fifth Avenue or Rodeo Drive in the United States. It makes sense to try to gain a spectacular perspective in a city full of skyscrapers. Among the greatest are the 46-story Edificio Italia or the 161-meter-high Farol Santander. Number 4, Rio de Janeiro. There can't be much debate about the fact that Rio de Janeiro, home to 14 million people, is known as the Cidade Maravilhosa. Rio, despite its inequity, is incredibly stylish. Its well-known beaches, Copacabana and Ipanema, which are arguably the most remarkable stretches of sand on Earth, and the rounded peak of Sugarloaf, which stands at the mouth of the bay, are among the world's most iconic landmarks and contribute to its widespread recognition. Every year, the frenzied sensuality of Carnival, an exuberant festival that, for many, embodies Rio and its people, the Cariocas, enhances the scene. Situated on the southern shores of the stunning Gulf of Brazil's Guanabara, Rio boasts one of the world's most picturesque landscapes. Spanning a 20-kilometer stretch of alluvial land between the azure ocean and forest-covered mountains, its streets and buildings are sculpted around the base of the mountain that frames the city. Out in the bay, many rocky outcrops are dotted with white sand islands. The views over the city from the air are spectacular, and the towering concrete towers that line the city skyline add even more to the appeal. Rio is Brazil's former capital and second largest city. It boasts a rich architectural heritage, among the country's finest museums, galleries, fine dining, and nightlife, not to mention its world-famous beaches. A week in Rio can easily take up too much of your time, and you may find it hard to get away. Number 5. Iguazu Falls. The Iguazu River thunders down into a canyon below in a semicircle of 247 waterfalls at the meeting points of Brazil, Paraguay, and Argentina. The river is narrowed to a quarter of its normal width just above the falls, increasing the power of the water. Though you'll never be able to see them all at once due to their vast expanse and some height over 100 meters, the Brazilian side offers the widest view. You may see everything from different angles with the use of catwalks and a tower, and one bridge goes all the way to the biggest, called the Garganta do Diabo, Devil's Throat. For a closer look, head to the Argentinian side of the falls where catwalks reach deeper into the heart of the structure. The majority of visitors intend to see both since they provide distinct viewpoints and opinions. The Iguazu National Park, recognized by UNESCO, is home to over 1,000 different species of birds and animals, including ocelots, capybaras, deer, and otters, amid subtropical rainforests. This park also protects the falls. Number 6. Salvador. With its historical old city, picturesque beaches, vibrant culture, and the world's largest carnival celebrations, Salvador has become one of Brazil's most popular tourist destinations. One of the oldest American cities, Salvador, Brazil, is Brazil's third largest city and capital of the state of Bahia. Once a center of the sugar trade, Salvador retains traces of its past in the old city, Pelourinho, with colonial architecture and squares where important events took place. In the Old Quarter, you will also find many restaurants and coffees, as well as art galleries and handicraft stores. On the other hand, in the new city district, you will find all the modern developments of shopping malls, entertainment centers, golf courses, and residential neighborhoods. Salvador, which is located on the Bay of All Saints, has wonderful beaches that are great for swimming, surfing, and tanning. Flamengo, Stella Maris, and Porto de Barra are a few of the most well-known. Salvador's yearly Carnival Festival is one of the city's biggest draws. This spectacular festival, which is regarded as one of the biggest in the world, features parades, street parties, dancing, music, and costumes. Number 7. Olinda. Located on the Atlantic coast of Brazil, Olinda is one of the best preserved colonial cities in the country. It is situated in the northeastern part of the country, in the state of Pernambuco. The city was founded by the Portuguese at the beginning of the 16th century. It was the capital of the state until it was burned down by the Dutch. It then lost its sovereignty to its neighboring city of Recife. The historic center of Olinda is perched on a beautiful hilltop, surrounded by trees. There are colonial churches, colored old houses, and many artisan studios. Due to its love of art, Olinda has many shops and markets that sell paintings, ceramic works, sculptures, and handicrafts. Each year, Olinda celebrates its carnival, which is somewhat different from the carnivals in Rio de Janeiro and El Salvador, as Olinda's carnival is best celebrated during the day and is full of African music, dances, and traditions. Carnival in Olinda is full of parades, fancy costumes, giant puppets, street parties, and the beat of maracatu or frevo. Even outside of the carnival season, Olinda has a vibrant culture where every weekend there are parties, nightclubs, and singing groups who play serenades of classic songs in the streets. As we've journeyed through the top 7 cities in Brazil, from the bustling streets of Sao Paulo to the historic charm of Olinda, the vibrant culture of Salvador, the awe-inspiring beauty of Iguazu Falls, the iconic landscapes of Rio de Janeiro, the gateway to the Amazon in Manaus, and the serene beaches of Santa Catarina Island, it's clear that Brazil is a country of vast diversity and unparalleled beauty. Each destination offers its unique blend of attractions, from natural wonders to cultural festivities, making Brazil a treasure trove for travelers seeking adventure, relaxation, or cultural enrichment. Whether you're drawn to the rhythm of the samba, the call of the wild, or the allure of pristine beaches, Brazil's top cities promise unforgettable experiences. So pack your bags, and let the vibrant spirit of Brazil ignite your wanderlust. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Brazil's most captivating cities. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more travel adventures around the globe. Pyramids tours, and happy travels.